And welcome back, everyone, to this session of Dungeons and Dragons, where I, the Dungeon Master James, take these 6 noble adventurers through their journey in the land of Barovia as they attempt to break the curse upon the land, the curse of Strahd. Welcome to Cursebreakers, episode 28, and I'll start with the introductions. We'll start with Tank. We'll just go from the bottom this time.
Hi, I'm Tank. I play
Hellwe're the fighter rogue, because the end of it got cut off.
my bad.
Kirsty.
Hello, I'm Kirsty. I play Raven the Rogue.
And Steph.
Hi, I'm Steph. I play Porky the Barbarian.
Barbarian Warlock.
Shh! Barbarian! You know nothing!
Oh my god. I love it.
And Chris.
Hi, I'm Chris. I'm playing Eos, the Life Cleric.
And Jamie.
Hello, I'm Jamie. I play Elias Vernan, the Bard of Law.
And Cam, who has hopefully finished eating.
Yes, I am Cameron. I play Cade, ASMR Paladin.
Right, so on our last exciting episode, the party continued to delve through the lower levels of the Amber Temple. They fought against Amber Golem and managed to win, though one of the Hellhounds got squished. They then found the 3 greater Amber sarcophagi, but before Hellweir managed to accept the offer from the vampire, he was cured of his flaw, the craving for power, and so he refused to take that power. Elias almost destroyed the sarcophagi, which seemed to threaten to release it, which did not go down well with at least Eos. They then decided to speak to the Lich one, who was basically just like, no, none of you are good enough for me. After that, they leveled up at that point. But then they decided to go up and speak with the Lich. Oh, actually, we've got one thing. In the room of the large amber sarcophagi, they fought against vampires, which Cade should have destroyed, but he hadn't pressed a special button on his sun sword. That is the excuse I'm going with, because I missed the one line that says, "This light counters sunlight."
Yes.
So he just had it on the normal light setting, not the sunlight setting. So it was a light sword, now it's a sun sword.
You set it to mood lighting.
Yep.
Yeah, cheers for that.
Don't read your item descriptions. I shouldn't have to remember everything. Anyway, they then went up and decided to explore the Lich's secret room by tricking him away from it and then opening the door. The Lich wasn't happy about this. He used Dominate Monster on Elias to get him away from it, and then took position up, and Eos decided to question about this item, and began to get a little bit testy. Just a little bit. And that is where we'll resume the session.
Music.
So this thing, it absorbs the souls of the living and destroys them utterly.
Well, it actually technically takes the souls of the dead, but I get your point. The recently deceased.
Yeah, souls of the dead, yes. This place is full of souls that can't escape. And so if they wind up here, they end up never escaping. Like, I've seen them myself. The swirling mists, they have these voices, these faces in them.
Yes. That would be correct. There are indeed many souls that cannot leave this land, for none can leave without the consent of either Strahd or the Dark Powers.
And you need these souls to continue your research, you call it.
I need these souls to continue living, yes. It is like food.
Yes, do you not see how that is a problem?
Do you not see how killing an animal for food is the same thing? I'm sure you've killed many people here in your journey.
That was in self-defense.
And mine is in self-preservation.
Self-preservation isn't the same thing as self-defense.
You're effectively destroying a soul. It is never coming back.
What does the world gain about you continuing on to live? Because the people's souls that you're taking, they're effectively dedicating their entire life up until the moment that they die to then feed you to what? Are you planning on getting rid of the evil of this land, or are you just, making by on minimum wage, so to speak?
I am researching to discover all the secrets of magic. I wish to master the arcane. And
But
with that mastery, there is much that can be done.
But you can go much further outside of the mist of Barovia. There are plenty of places in which you can further your knowledge without taking the lives of or without taking the souls of others.
Yes, but there, outside Barovia, inside Barovia, time is still a factor. By utilizing the souls, I am able to bypass the hold of time and continue research beyond what any mortal lifespan would be able to attain.
And what exactly kind of souls are you picking up? Because quite frankly, no offense, but I couldn't give a crap about the barbarians that were at the front door, living or dead. No offense. In fact, you've been mean to me this entire time, so offense to you.
Throw something at him.
I deflect missiles.
Wrong character.
Wrong character. Yeah.
I don't care.
Deflect.
Fine, I have improvised weapons, so no matter what I throw, it's cast as a weapon.
Yep.
But so, do you exactly target anybody, or is it just any poor soul that walks through the doors of this place?
Anyone who dies within a certain radius can potentially be taken in.
And do you choose who gets taken?
Nope.
Okay,
That
is there
means
like
if
a
we had
setting?
died here, it means if we had died here, we would have been part of his little food supply.
That's rather self-centered.
Potentially, which is why I said that if you were able to fully restore me, I would offer my protection and safety whilst you were in this temple. I gave you that option.
We did not have means to do so, so it was not an option to begin with.
And so,
lastly, you still have our bard, and we'd like him back.
yes. He snaps his fingers. There you go. Your bard.
I do have a spell concentrated on him, which is protection from evil and good.
Yeah.
Do I get the sense that he has dropped a spell? I'll turn to him. I'll turn to Elias.
Roll me
Elias?
an Arcana check.
Yeah, this is tricky. Can Casimir also do this?
Yes, Casimir can.
Okay.
But he will have disadvantage because you're using it for the detect. No. Yeah, he will have disadvantage because you're getting this feel through that connection with the detect evil and good. He's just having to judge this by, is there a spell active? So it's hard
Okay.
for him.
Gotcha. I mean, he could.
Actually, not disadvantage, but have a higher DC, I'll say.
Okay, sure. He got 15. I guess he could always cast Detect Magic as a means of figuring that out. But I'm asking Elias as well. Mostly, like, Elias? Do you feel yourself?
I mean, I'm able to speak now. That's positive.
You weren't before?
He silenced me.
I think he took over your mind is what happened.
Yes, and told me to be quiet. But-
Mm,
I mean, this is positive, right?
what was the name of your lover?
Sebastian.
Now roll an insight check and see if he is
Yep. And
himself.
I'd like you to roll. Both of you, I would like you to roll this to me via a GM roll.
Okay.
Music.
Oh yeah, music at this point.
When you said
Lights.
when you said both of us, you mean
Yeah, I need. Let me whisper to you.
That's very loud.
Hmm.
There we go.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Proficient.
That's high.
If Eos has one good skill, she's good at reading people.
You can.
Oh.
how do you GM roll? Save time.
/GM roll. Or there's a button at the top left of your thing. Or there's a toggle which GM whispers it to GM. On your sheet, it's public, and then there's 2 DM. Many ways.
Yeah.
Or you can download Fantasy Grounds and drop the dice into the dice tower. That does it well. Or you could
Yeah.
send it via Discord. I don't know. Pick one.
Okay, so you get the feeling that he isn't being 100% truthful.
Oh,
He does seem to have control, but
it's like he's
there's
let go
something-
of.
there's something off about it. You're not sure what, though. It's very vague.
It's like he's still got the spell active. This is what I'm guessing. He's still got the spell active, but he's let go of the kind of grasp on his mind, such that he's allowed to be himself, but not realize that at any moment he could take it back.
Yeah, that's probably the feeling you're getting, I would say.
Okay.
Though, now that I have relaxed my control from your friend, I believe you had one more room that you wished to explore.
Which room?
Ah, yes. The one with the spider.
The one that I sense is calling Cade, Raven, and dear Elias here.
I think I'll sit this one out.
There could be monsters in there, Cade.
Yes, that is the thing. That one room, due to events which caused part of the collapse that you have seen, having been down there, has put some danger into that room from what I can detect.
Do we
But
really want to bother with the danger that it's putting the rest of us in?
Well, I'm out of character, Cade. You would know that the one that it is will be the one that will offer you multiple lives, basically, was how it was described, I believe.
it was immortality, but okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
basically. Form of immortality. But it specifically said you only have one life. Blah blah blah. Was one of its lines.
Yeah, Cade's not bothered anymore. He's already got a boon that could potentially kill him, so
True, but think, and I will just put this out there, if that can potentially kill you, then this one can potentially bring you back, removing the threat of the first one.
That's how you deal with curses. You get more curses to out curse the other curse.
Well, that's how medication works in the real world.
That's why I've renamed this campaign Curse Chasers instead of Curse.
Right. So, if you travel over to the other side of the temple,
James, you should really work in retail, because these pictures you're giving to us are absolutely spot on. And then it's until you walk out of the shop with your new item that you look at the receipt and you see the fine print that goes, "You fucked up."
yeah.
Yep.
Well,
you got a subscription, fool.
I am a natural bard / rogue, it seems, recently, so...
Where you work must be really bizarre, because where I work, I like to send people home with what they came in for.
Most of the time, I just want them out of my shop.
I don't want them in to begin with.
That's not true, because from what I can tell from most people working in retail, they come in, they get what they want, and then at the desk they're like, "Oh, would you like this nice pen?"
I never do that. I literally just help people find what they need, and then...
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Kirsty, have you watched Black Books?
No.
Yes.
You're literally from Black Books. It's great.
Literally,
Now.
working on people are horrible. I just want them out of my shop.
It's a comedy. It's a comedy about a library. It's great.
Right, well,
Now,
let's go check out this last room.
providing you promise not to return here,
Mm-hmm.
I will escort you and aid you with at least the first of the dangers. You've already faced one of these downstairs, and I don't think you'll wish to face another one so soon.
It's not muted.
I know.
Did we?
Oh, it was
Yeah.
the amber golem,
No,
I
what-
imagine.
You know of what danger lies there. Tell us.
Well, everyone always just wants the answer so easily. Not willing to put in the effort, but very well. There is an amber golem guarding one of the chambers that you'll have to pass through to get there.
We can manage that, I think.
And in the room below, you'll face a creature, well, multiple creatures, that you have probably dealt with on your journeys,
More vampires?
known as ghasts.
Lesser.
Ghasts.
How ghastly.
Big house.
More undead.
Ghast.
Nothing we haven't dealt with before.
Yes, but if you do not wish for my assistance, then I will leave you to it, but I have given you the offer should you want it.
Free protection.
You see her kind of like just shake her head.
I think we need all the help we can get that last girl and did a number on her. But it was harder to deal with for weeks.
You're very quiet, Tank.
Hmm.
I've got your back volume and I still can't hear you.
Hold on.
Also going to turn down the music slightly because it's all loud. Yeah, anyway.
Sorry, is that better?
If you... Yes, that is.
Right.
He-
Please, at the end of the day, any help, a bonus, would the way that the last one, it wasn't an easy fight. If we can get a bit of help with it, then I'm all for it.
Whilst your party are discussing this, he seals the room behind him. The secret door one
Mm-hmm.
that is behind him.
Which way is this room?
Your way across would be to walk round and go via the entrance to the temple and through past the chapel.
Do you
Chapel
still wish?
being a room.
Do you still wish to go there as well, Raven?
Yes.
All right then.
I'm just gonna go here and grab Elias by like his hair and just like make him wait for the rest of us because I see him sneaking off.
Yeah. So
So,
Aeos doesn't give
are you
a
taking the
farewell.
lich with you or not?
Aeos doesn't give a farewell to the Lich. He's clearly evil, but Aeos cannot make a move against him. Not like this. Not with Aeos. Sorry, not with Elias in the way he is. So she grits her teeth, keeps her weapons stowed, and follows Elias out, making sure that he doesn't do anything too like harmful or stupid.
Why are you running off? I've got hold of you.
Come with me then.
I am coming, but you keep moving. It's like having a child on those reins.
Come, Bjarkan.
Yeah,
Come,
you're-
Barnaby.
Follow. I'll say that whilst this was tricky before, you guys know how to get past that crumbling area, so you get past it easy
Yeah.
enough.
Let's go. Let's go. All the way down. Let's
Oh
go.
my God, he's off.
No.
When we get to about here, I'm gonna say like,
Ah!
Casimir, are you able to break this enchantment on his head? I don't want him taking any bargains, not whilst his
You
mind
break
is
this
known.
enchantment on his head.
Casimir thinks for a moment and goes, potentially, though it won't be actually, no, I can't.
No,
Doesn't have to spell magic.
no, fuck. Okay then. All right. Nah,
Uh,
we'll just have to
but
wait it out.
Yeah.
I'll ask Casimir. Is this a sort of spell we can wait out?
It depends. For lesser spells, yes. Let me just have a think.
Forky's pretty beaten up anyway as it is. Maybe we should take a short rest.
Yeah, you know,
Yes, we can wait it out. I believe it'd probably last about an hour at most.
I can't see Cade's health. I just realised. Random.
I'm full.
so
I can't see it though.
yeah, it's true. I can't see it either.
I have 108.
So we no longer have the means of a proper rest, and I'm almost tapped out.
Well, not necessarily. We have cleared the temple. Doesn't that mean it's safe now?
Did you not hear him say about the golem and the other things down there?
Yeah, aside from that, that's why we don't take a long rest now. God. Plus, I don't think
He
it's
did
even been.
say-
It's not even been 24 hours.
No, he did say that there was a chapel down this way.
Hmm.
By his words.
So, Porky, first of all, do you feel you'd be better with a shorter rest before we take this thing on?
What am I on?
You
I don't think we need to panic too much just yet about me.
Okay.
If it gets bad, I know when to retreat, but
All right.
I think I'm okay at the moment. I'm about I'm just under half, so
Yeah.
We'll be
Alright.
fine.
In that
This
case,
next room, as you can see.
you've wounded her
from-
pride a little bit by asking that.
Yeah.
She
This
admitted.
next room appears to be cracked, but not to the point of looking like it's going to break. It looks like maybe just a really heavy weight's walked down here. But there is a room off to the side.
there it is. That must be the room. Oh,
Do you wish to look into this room before you head on?
yeah, I guess. Is this the? I'm asking, like, Raven and Elias. Is this where you're feeling the pull?
Have we been pulled this way?
No. The room that's pulling them is downstairs still. They weren't able to get to it apart from going up here.
Oh, right.
This is the room he described as a temple or a chapel.
All right.
Because he said you had to go past the chapel to get there.
Okay. I'll nod to Cade as he's the one wielding the sun sword,
Hello.
and I'll open the door for him.
This
Am I
chamber
the
is-
torch?
Sorry.
I said, am I the torch?
Get in there.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today.
Don't.
Where's the bard?
This
Actually,
chamber is brightly lit by red copper lanthorns that hang from the ceiling. The walls are sheathed in amber, has been shaped into bas reliefs of wizards with spellbooks. Stairs to the north and south descend 20 feet to an obsidian lecter, behind which a slab of black slate hangs from chains. Between the stairs are descending rows of red marble benches. Casimir glances up and he's like, how bizarre. It appears that these lanthorns have had the continual light spell cast upon them. Looking at this looks more like a lecture hall than a chapel.
yeah.
Even that, it is perhaps he meant the chapel of knowledge.
Not the kind of chapel I'm used to.
Well, this is fine, Eos. Perhaps we could work on some chemistry here.
Don't get your hopes up, can you?
Right.
The rest of the group just goes, oh.
As you get to here, you notice someone hiding behind the lectern.
Behold!
Hello.
See this
Oh.
guy.
Oh.
Sorry we're late.
It's the vicar.
What the heck is his cloak? Hold on. Do that again?
Has he got a little imp on his shoulder?
Yeah,
That's what it looks like in the picture. But you don't see that actually
I
with
think he
him.
needs to use a better shampoo or conditioner. He's got a rather nasty rash.
He wears scorched robes and his unkempt hair is half burned away, and his face and arms are covered with blisters from magical fire.
you don't look too good there. Are you hiding?
Oh God, people! You're alive, right? I'm not imagining things. And he goes up to touch your face.
I popped the hilt on my blade.
The same goes for you. Are you quite alright? You're hiding from the monsters, I assume.
Yes, from the flame skulls. They killed my master over on the other side of the temple, and there's been a large creature made of amber walking about, and it's kind of been a bit terrifying. I've been living on rats and other vermin to survive.
You didn't think to leave here? How long ago?
There's a McDonald's right outside.
I'm terrified to leave. That thing could squish me with a single blow.
I see. How long have you been here?
Um, I don't know. It's hard to tell the day in here. It's always been light. Always light.
Okay, how many rats have you eaten?
More than I have fingers, but less than I have toes.
How
Has
many
he got-
toes do you have?
That's what I thought.
How many fingers does he have?
A couple of his fingers do appear to have been burnt off.
Okay.
Okay, so he can't have been here that long then.
Well, I've been trying to limit my rat intake up to like 1 a day, 2 a day, maybe.
That's
So
good.
you do know how many days you've been here.
Bit.
Well, 1 in a certain period of time. I don't know if it's a day quite, but
How quick does a body burn to bones?
when you get hit
Right.
by flame skull fireballs, quite quickly.
Oh wait, was he a skeleton?
He was he's clearly the guy who had the staff that Helway picked up.
Oh, I would have gathered his bones.
Yes,
Yes,
we
it
found your
works.
master's staff. Were you aware that there was
Okay.
sort of curse attached to it?
Curse? No.
Did your master always seem to have a hunger for power?
Well, most wizards do, where it's knowledge is power.
That's probably
Um,
why he came here. It's also probably what cost him his life.
Right. I have a favor to ask you, but I do have a reward. If you can deal with that amber golem, I should be able to leave, and in exchange I'll give you this. And he roots through his pocket and pulls out what looks like an amulet. And you would know, having seen it, that this amulet has the same symbol as the shield guardian downstairs.
Oh my
Very well.
He doesn't appear. He seems to. It's quite valuable, I'm sure, but
What
I
do you
don't have
hold?
any use for it.
On top of that, as that is so valuable, perhaps we can do one more thing for you.
Yeah.
We can take the bones of your master and bury him as soon as we leave. I mean,
Yeah.
it would take you quite a long time to dig a hole yourself, so please allow us to do it.
Sure. That seems like an added bonus, and certainly with it being valuable, yeah.
Not the time nor the place, Raven.
Nice, that's
Sorry, I
breakfast
couldn't
sorted.
help it. I'm trying to cheer myself up, okay?
Quick question. Why didn't you try using the amulet to help you escape?
Why would I use an amulet? It's just jewelry. From that, roll me an insight check, actually.
I want to facepalm my
He's
face
stupid.
so hard.
I'm gonna roll insight on that as well.
No, I bless you.
He's obviously addled in the brain.
From what you're getting from him, he knows this is valuable, but he has no idea what it does.
It's shiny.
Okay, well then
It's shiny
we'll go.
and well made.
We shall deal with your golem.
Thank you.
And
Thank
also,
you.
here, please stop eating rats. I'll pass him like 3 rations.
He goes,
That's ridiculous.
actual food! No. Oh, I probably should have saved those for later. No.
Have the character
well.
sheets got smaller or something? Is it just me?
I don't know. But, are you ready to go face this amber golem?
Yeah.
Which, speaking of that, I'm just going to check that my memory of this area is correct, because I'm pretty sure this thing is meant to patrol.
As I know we're going to fight that, can I summon my second hellhound?
I think you already had, we just haven't got it on this map. Because
I
you summoned the
didn't-
second one.
not- I didn't
I remember.
take one off. Alright then, so
I remember.
Yeah, you summoned the second one in the same fight. One died.
Yes, that's right. Okay, then I'll.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Before we leave, Eos would like to investigate the altar thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So roll me an investigation check.
I'm guessing I'm looking for anything like actually holy about this place, or if it is more like a scholar.
No. But you're distracted once you look at sort of this sort of black slate behind, because it appears to be like, whilst a lot of it's faded, you can see where some of the previous marks were, and this appears to be a lecture on some form of alchemy.
Oh.
But it's very faded, so that catches your eye and distracts you from looking around further.
Oh. I must have been teaching potion class.
It seems to be focused particularly on evocation potions, because you're seeing a lot of like ingredients like dragon scale and stuff like that.
Hmm.
But whilst you're observing that, you guys hear the thudding of feet, large feet, and you see at the doorway the
We needed.
Golem approach.
Yep, we needed Cade. Come on.
How am I coming?
Initiative.
Oh.
We were just talking about you. All good things.
Oh my god, it begins. I'm 007, Agent Cade, reporting for duty.
Didn't you get that last Amber Golem?
Hmm?
007 twice in a row.
Yep, Hellware, you are up first.
Music.
I have got music.
Combat music.
Echo
Why is
over to
Why is
here.
that not my combat music?
I will pull out my adamantine knife. And I will hold my action.
Okay.
Command the hellhound to attack.
Okay. Elias.
Do I want a bin or do I want a fairy fire? That's the question. 5, 10, 15, so I can actually see
How
it.
fabulous are you feeling?
I'm gonna try and fairy fire it. There you go. Yeah, let's go
Okay.
with that. Just
Right,
dexterity,
it will make it dex save at advantage.
and then moving back over there.
It failed
Yeah.
to save, so you now all have advantage against it.
It glows a sparkly blue.
Okay, blue it is.
That brings out the gold in the amber.
Yeah.
Complementary colours.
Which
Orchid,
was something we were discussing the other day.
you're up next.
I keep forgetting she's got 40 foot, not 30 foot now. So I could potentially get up to it, but that also leaves me in it. So. Yeah, it's great. We're gonna rage.
Yeah.
Then I can
Rage
get-
against the machine.
Yep, I can get there. And let's go for a swing. Because she's running in by herself, she knows she's going to get crushed afterwards. We'll do it reckless. Because I'm dumb like that.
Well, you have advantage anyway because it's fairy fired.
I do.
That's true. See, done.
So yeah, I should have rolled that one. So it's 24 to hit.
That is a hit.
Yeah.
So that's 15.
Yep.
And then second attack. Boop. 16.
That misses.
Okie dokie. And now I'm gonna brace myself.
Right. The Hellhound, because it was ordered to, will rough
Yep. 15, so
move in, I guess. Right. There.
yeah, and it used its fire breath. Is that going to hit Porky if I do that?
Might just hit Porky.
Just aim it. Just say that you aim it to the left side.
Yeah, yeah, you can aim it and it will make a dex save, which it has advantage on, but it's going to do.
This is what
It fails, so roll 66.
oh, so. Yep. Nope, wrong one.
No, other way round.
What jar is it? Yeah. I can never remember which way round it is.
That's a good roll.
5 isn't
Porky
bad.
just looks at this hellhound and is like, can you teach me to do that?
Boar?
Rough.
Is that?
It doesn't, it looks at you like, what
Boar.
the hell are you on about? Because it doesn't speak common.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that. It's
Eos.
Okay. Not wanting Porky to take the full brunt, I'm gonna run in. Yeah. I'm afraid though, I can't get in there any further than that.
Yeah, I couldn't get close enough to get through the doorway, but I'll move once I can get through.
I see what you mean. Movement wise.
yeah.
In which case, I'll just try to form a barricade. If it gets past them, gonna have to try and get past me. Alright, I will cast a cantrip instead. It can make me a dex
Okay.
save.
Praying on its low dex. Haha, it makes the save.
Alright, yeah. To me,
Anything as bonus action?
I've got many spell slots left here, so my spiritual weapon is like, yeah, sure. Let's use my last second level even. Wait,
Okay.
never mind. I don't want to do that. I just realized the roll, but after I said I don't want to do it, I don't
Yeah,
want
it's
to cast it.
Okay.
I don't
Right.
want it.
Raven.
Right. What I want to try and do is use my movement and my my extra movement for my cunning action to try and
Yep.
dash towards the other side of it and try and get over this lot onto the other side of it.
Okay.
Because there's just literally we're going to have the same problem where everyone's going to bundle. So you know I
Yeah,
need to
you should be
get
able to do
on the
that.
other
You're
side.
nimble enough to get through. So,
Cool. So 10, 20, 30, 40. And get around this side.
okay.
Right. Well, I'm going to go at it with my primal savagery.
Okay, we got Primal Savagery.
19.
That's a hit.
Oh.
Sure. Remember to add your
Nice.
sneak attack.
16.
Red 60.
So my sneak does more than my
That's it.
claws.
Yeah. To be honest, thinking about it, you probably shouldn't be able to use sneak, but I'm ruling that you can. So, yeah. I'm the GM, my rules.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Right, now the Amber Golem, seeing that it's been hit pretty hard, there are 4 creatures within 10 feet of it, so let's go for a slow on the 4 of you. Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
Also, why is one of you's Echo Hellware, I'm guessing.
Echo.
Echo's
Right.
here, and I'm here.
Yeah, I was just looking for a moment, I'm like, why is there 2 of one of the players?
Yep. Wisdom. Just roll straight wisdom on the hellhound, yeah?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so all of you fails are under the effects of slow. Unless it's symbolized with this clock symbol.
Mm-hmm.
Seems no
That
Actually, the
thing's
snail
interesting.
thing is probably better. What's that? No reaction.
Mm.
Wait, what did you have to get to pass that?
17.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, that
Sure.
is rough.
Yeah, Cade.
Cool. So I think this is a good a time as any. My skeletal wings poop out my back.
Yep.
So that was 40 feet of flight.
Yep, 40 feet.
Sweet. So I'm going to zip through, and I'm going to two-hand the sunblade, and I'm gonna smite it
Okay.
around the side of the face. And yes, I am actually going to smite.
Okay.
So
You
that's
have advantage as well, remember?
Oh,
yes,
don't be a kid.
16.
Okay.
You have advantage, so.
Oh, with
roll
advantage, nice.
It's
21.
so, yeah.
And I'm just gonna roll it manually. So that's a D10. Nice. So that's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 points of damage so far, I do believe.
Yeah.
And then with my divine smite.
Okay.
So that is 29 points damage.
Yeah.
Nice.
How is Casimir there?
What?
How is he there?
Why is No,
Do you
in
mean-
terms of his initiative. He's below Cade.
Oh.
Yeah, that's just where he is. That's where it's
Alright.
his turn.
Yeah, D10 plus strength. Mad.
Okay. Yeah.
Second strike.
Oh yeah, I forgot you guys second strike.
Yeah, cheers, bro.
You said D10 plus strength, right? So that wasn't 20.
Yeah, that was 24.
Yeah.
Second strike. Yeah, sorry about that. 18 with advantage still.
Yep, because it's very forward. Yeah, that's a hit. If you do press the sunblade, it'll do the D10 on the other side, should do.
Oh, yeah, I've got. But can I take the 15 instead?
No, because you swung two-handed, so it's 4 plus your 5.
But it's
And,
11 points damage.
yeah. Why is it 11?
Because.
Oh yeah, because your
yeah.
strength is 6 now, isn't it? Or something or whatever. Yeah.
No, I was just taking away 4 from that.
Alright. Casimir's gonna firebolt. 21.
That is a hit.
9 points of fire damage.
Okay. Hallelujah.
I'm gonna move up by 15, and then echo 5, 10. Can I sit here with the echo or not really?
Yeah. Sort of
Um,
hugging the
fine.
wall.
Bonus action. I'm going to swap places with it.
Okay.
So
Just for ease, what I'll do is yeah, that's fine.
and
Yep.
I've got the adamantine warhammer out, so I'm going to hit you with that.
Yep.
Launches.
That is a
Sorry.
hit.
Nice.
8. I don't get the sneak. 5.
No, because it's
Command held up. And that's my turn.
That is really no. Actually, for it, it's not a concentration spell. Interesting. Thinking about it, it's a slow effect. Okay. Right. So, Elias.
I don't got adamantine weapons, and I don't really know what else to do, so... You
You've
suck!
done more.
You suck! You're gonna die! That's as much as I've got against it. Sure.
It just sort of looks at you and raises a middle finger.
Yeah,
Because it's
I think
immune to
so.
psychic damage.
What can I do? I've not got the
Well,
spell slots.
You've done enough, dude. Very fine. Actually, game winning.
Oh yeah.
Porky, you only get one attack.
Yeah. So I'm gonna use my movement to get there.
Half.
Yep.
Yeah, that is half movement.
You can't move through it.
Can I not get round him?
No, not there. You wouldn't be able to get round him.
Alright, in which case I'm not moving.
You could get there. You could get there.
You could get here.
It's fine.
Well, then I can get into melee.
Smonk him.
And hold on.
Yeah.
14.
That is miss, unfortunately.
Okay, that's my turn. Stupid slowness.
Hellweir Hound.
Slow before, now you're just snail's pace.
I'm gonna roll my
You're just like-
What are you calling slow? Shut up.
Like,
I don't get it.
like stupid
Back,
slow.
so I just gonna fight.
Do you have advantage? So that's a hit.
Yep.
And let me just
Ow.
check. It will only take the fire damage, but it still takes damage.
Have you named your
Hmm?
Have you named your hellhound yet?
Spicy doggo.
But you guys just call it Hellweir Hound, so that's
Oh,
what
that's
it goes.
right.
I mean, his cat's called Fluffy, so the dog needs to be Spot, really.
Very, I mean,
Chaos.
we've left the cat outside a mission.
Oh,
It's
it's,
dead already.
it's dead, yeah.
Oh yeah, but
Or
it's
because
fine.
it's fiery, you could call it Clifford, the big hell dog. Well, luckily you have advantage.
Growlith.
Unfortunately, that's still a miss.
Wow.
He's moving so fast.
Raven.
Why?
Damn it.
You have advantage, so don't forget to roll
Ooh.
again.
Yay, that's better.
They're
Yeah,
all,
that's
supposed
a
to,
hit.
they're all supposed to be making a save at the end of their turns as well, by the way.
Yes, that's true. Make a save at the end of your turn, you guys. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I forgot. as
And
well.
don't forget your sneak attack.
Damn it.
We're all idiots.
Oh my god.
Well,
Chaos?
Raven
I-
just did 21 damage to it.
Also, do we roll at the end of our turn?
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, remember you get a plus. What is it? It's plus my something
Also, what?
Yeah.
or protection.
Yeah.
Plus 2.
The
You're
DC
welcome.
17.
Yeah, roll your
we're
wisdom
not.
save, Eos. Because you get to roll at the end of your turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Cage, you're not slowed, so.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Sorry.
Or am I?
Yeah, Eos, you're fine.
Okay.
Hey.
It needs more
Right.
reason to turn and punch Porky in the face.
Sentinel.
What does Sentinel do in this case?
Sentinel, I get an attack of opportunity.
Okay, attack.
with advantage. 19.
Okay.
And
Right.
that
With
is...
with Sentinel is actually. Let me just read the Sentinel feat a moment.
They can't move.
They can't move.
No, but does.
Sentinel triggers when it attacks something within 5 feet of it.
Yeah, but
Oh wait. Yeah, you.
does Sentinel, Chris? This is probably a good one for you. Does the effects of Sentinel proc before or after the hit goes through?
Oh,
It's on hit.
Because it's triggered
yeah.
by
It's
attack.
the same. Like I'd say the same time. So yeah.
Okay,
And
so you
also, Cade moves all the way over here.
Wait, you
Yeah,
can't move.
so-
Can't move on a reaction, can you? Oh.
Yep, he can.
Oh.
See you later, sucker!
That's
yeah, it's
cool.
when it makes an attack.
That was also
Yeah,
11
so
points
you-
of damage. I got 2.
Yeah, so you take 10 damage, Pork, as it punched you in the face.
Oh, 10.
But then it, because you're raging, so
Yes.
yeah, and it dies.
Oh, that's what you were asking.
Yeah, I was basically trying to work out if it procced before or after or at the same time, because if it
Oh
procced
no, it did.
before,
It's kind of like a reactionary hit. So it's like, you hit my friend.
yeah, that's basically what I wanted to check. Because otherwise you could have stopped the hit entirely, so I just wanted to make sure.
Oh, okay.
And with that,
Alright.
the battle is over. And I'm guessing you're going to go get the item from the other guy?
Hey.
Cade will drop down from the sky and tuck his wings back in.
We did it.
That was
Are we
interesting.
still slow, or...?
Gollum is dealt with.
No.
Alright.
Well, technically the slow lasts a minute, so yes. But Aos broke 3 of it, so...
I'll just kind of like, I'll pick Raven up over one shoulder and then start pushing Porky.
Yeah, but... yes, I was watching through the doorway. You made short work of such a vile creature. You're a mighty, powerful people.
Mm.
You
What?
definitely deserve this.
Do not
Push,
do not give it to our friend here. He is not feeling himself.
Why would I
And
feel
he-
myself?
He's already handed it over to Elias as you
Give
get
it-
in there.
Hand it over, Elias.
I'll make a run for it.
Yeah, I punch him in the face.
No.
No, I'm not joking.
You gotta
Not
hit him
this
first.
again. It's always you!
Miss.
I got the amulet. I got the amulet.
Alright, as he tries to run away, I'll make an attack of opportunity.
You miss.
Every
Casimir?
time he does this.
What? Casimir's gonna do something in this game.
Yeah, good luck.
He's
I
getting
think-
away with the amulet. He's probably
Yeah,
going to give it to the lich.
Yeah, if he tries to run out the
Casimir.
doors, I'm going to tackle him.
I give it to Cade.
Cool,
This is
and then
because-
I toss it back down to Aos.
Oh, no, okay, I'll wait for Elias to come to me, and then I'll toss it back to Cade.
This was because I stole your suit of armor. You can go get a new one now.
What's it even do?
Armor.
It controls the giant robot downstairs.
Not that I need it.
But this guy doesn't know this, so now that that's done, he's just gonna
Okay.
rush out.
I have an amulet now. Okay.
Yes,
Well-
you have an amulet of a shield guardian.
Yeah.
Okay.
If anyone should...
Well, we want to dig the thing up downstairs, so I guess we can control it.
Yeah.
Well,
We have to go back around the other way to do that.
but there's meant to be a way down this way, is what the lich
Oh,
said.
okay.
that will get you into that
The
room.
shield guardian is supposed to protect someone, isn't it, Casimir?
Yes, it is what they're designed for. They protect whoever has the amulet.
I see. So, I don't feel like I need it. I don't need protecting. Nor does Cade, really. We're both the front line already. Unless...
It would, well, there is potentially one use you could use it for.
What about Raven?
You have access to magic of the 4th tier now, right? You have used your spirit.
Mm-hmm.
The shield guardian is capable of storing a spell of 4th tier or lower to be released later.
Ooh.
Well, that would be quite nice, actually. I could put a healing spell into it, or something as a... like a last
Potentially
second.
using that, if you really want to, like you did with those barbarians, you could bring that out, but also bring out the shield guardians. One have 2 of them active.
It's pretty powerful.
I'll put the amulet around my neck.
But considering how frail my body is now, I wouldn't want to have it in case it just falls through my neck. It takes my head with it.
About that, is that the only cost it made you look like that?
Let me just check, because I can't remember. I didn't put it on here, which I should have done.
Where was the shield guardian?
Below us.
It was downstairs on the right-hand side. It was one of the rooms.
So I'll
It
just...
It was the northmost room before the collapse.
So I guess I'll just
Yeah,
stand at the edge of the banister and just kind of go like...
You have to be within a certain range to use it, but you could fly down there easily enough.
Actually,
True.
you don't need... There's no range.
Is there not?
Not to telepathically communicate with it,
Let me just check.
as long as it's on the same plane of existence.
Wow. So you can call it from across the world and it'll just come towards you, however it can.
My Team of Annihilation campaigns.
Wow.
Yeah, so yeah, you could call it and order it to like meet you at the entrance to here, for example.
Yeah, I'll just say go to the central chamber.
Yeah, I would just,
What the hell?
that's the sound of it activating.
Let's go.
There he is. Wow.
That is what you see walk
Hell
into
yeah.
the central chamber. This whole great thing.
Wait. It moved the moment you stuck it on.
Intriguing. Do you have a name? Can you speak?
That's
I
what it
don't
got.
know.
I take out a dagger and
It
I'll
shakes
also...
its head.
No, Chris? Okay, thanks. My translator.
I think only Cade knows this, doesn't he? Only Cade's getting this. Basically, in my Two of Annihilation game, the golem can only understand... Well, it can understand language, but it can only respond in, like, yes or no's. And it does so with 2 dongs for yes, 1 dong for no.
This, this one just shakes its head.
Okay,
Communicating dongs?
it does.
How-
hello.
Oh
gross.
god, this has one other ability that I didn't realise, which is useful for keeping it close.
Plus 2
Okay.
If the guardian is within 60 feet of the amulet's wearer, half of any damage the wearer takes is transferred to the guardian.
Yep.
Ooh.
And
Right.
that half the half that it's dealt is regenerated.
Yeah, because it regenerates 10 HP a turn.
Wow. Can
Fine.
I have a character sheet for that?
I will, because this will be...
Rope.
I will.
I mean, now we have 4 on the front line.
Basically, if you have the amulet on and you're near this thing, you're a raging barbarian with a shield because it gives you +2 AC as well.
Wait, what?
Yep.
It gives you
Wow.
+2 to my AC.
If you're next to it, yeah.
Yeah, it just stood within 5
Oh.
feet of it.
Ha.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe we should give it to those with lesser AC.
Yeah,
then.
get to fuck.
No, not me. I have high AC. I mean, the ones with lower AC.
Funnily, it actually
So
just sends
weirdly,
the tank into overdrive. And if Cade is taking all the damage, half of that damage is nullified. It's not like it's on someone else. It's completely gone by the end of the fight because the Shield Guardian regenerate.
Yeah.
Especially sitting at 142 HP, this thing's not going down.
Well, who's got the highest AC?
Me and Cade.
Man ass.
Why? What you at?
18.
Oh, so I should have it because I've got the highest AC.
You can
No, I've got
once
19.
again get to fuck.
Send me into overdrive.
So I've got 19.
What have you?
But
And
you
they
also
all should
have
have-
no weapons that function at the front line here against
I'm
a lot of
19
these.
because of the cloak of protection.
yeah,
But they don't focus me anyway.
for
Right.
some reason. I wonder
So-
why.
Because they've never been able to hit him ever.
How do the enemies know that?
Because he's got fancy armor and a fancy cloak.
So does Cade.
They're not stupid.
I think that.
Okay, the golem begins moving upwards. You're not sure what it's doing.
Cool.
But
I've just sent it to rejoin us.
How do we
Yeah.
get down?
Uh,
well,
Swordfish.
We obviously get the Shield Guardian to jump here.
Swordfish.
as
Back
you
to
get to there,
nice.
White.
Hey, swordfish.
Don't close it again.
Swadfish.
Right. Well, you're looking around.
Cade.
It does manage to get into the room, and I need an acrobatics or a athletics check from you, Elias.
From me.
Yep.
Oh my god, you can never be grappled, I swear to god.
You easily make it, but it does try to grab hold of you.
Hey,
Fuck.
Cade, control your robot.
Oh yes, I'm dreadfully sorry. Do it again.
Yakin,
It try.
punch Cade. Because I'm technically the one in control of Yakin.
It tried again.
See,
But
I
I
can
have a feeling
delay
it's
that order because Elias is controlled by a lich right now. He could be trying to turn us against us.
I'm the one that
Also,
said Yakin's
help out.
name.
You have to one have to move
Damn
forward.
it.
In fact, at this point, I'm Elias.
Oh, we go in there. I need to roll acrobatics again. Sure.
No, I'm just gonna punch you.
No, but you
Advantage.
only just
Me
made
if I won. This is ridiculous. I'm just gonna start
Alright.
walking.
When
I
I
will
say punch, I
tell
mean I'm bringing the warhammer to his face. Yes! Finally!
Oh, attack of opportunity.
disarm him as well if you wish.
Elias, you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage, and can you make that new
Ow.
new wisdom save with advantage?
Ouch!
Yep.
Wisdom save with advantage.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Fingers crossed. No.
So, swear to God. I swear to God, if I have to natural 20 you again.
Stupid wisdom.
Come here. Break this damn spell on him.
I will look in my spell book. I cannot do much at the
He
moment.
looks
You
at his
just have to
spellbook
wait.
and casts magic missile at first level. You take
Okay, another wisdom save
3
from-
wisdom saves with advantage, and also take
Oh
3
god.
wisdom saves from-
Oh god, that's gonna take me down by 15.
yes, it will.
Oh,
But you need to have your own mind for this.
friendly fire! Friendly fire!
Yep, it is friendly fire, but it is the only way to guarantee that you're not.
1. Is 15 enough?
Fail.
Oh
Fail.
god.
Why isn't Kate near him? That would have been +2.
Oh wait, that's 17. No, it's
Still a
not. Kate's,
fail.
Kate's not near me.
Hey, get over here.
Oh, I'm coming. Everyone's in the way.
I could just punch him several times.
I mean, we could just all beat up Elias.
20? 20?
Let me just check.
Because the damage risk is literally a d4.
Yes, you have made the save with the 20.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Just.
oh my god.
Ah, thank God you're back.
Elias? I don't know if it's him. You could just be saying that.
Lich, are you in my head anymore? I don't
Can I
hear
roll
it.
an insight?
Yeah, you can.
I shall
He
also
is not
inside.
in it.
I
How do you
don't-
feel about books?
That get rid of a 1.
It depends. Are they music books?
Books about knowledge.
Knowledge on music books?
Alright, yeah, it's him, I guess.
In fact, as soon as Aya says, like, is the Lich still telling you what to do? It's just like, wait, the Lich was telling him to do something? I thought we were just
It's-
beating him up.
It wanted me to retaliate if anything was to happen in that room.
I
Hmm,
thought this was stress relief.
I was worried about that. That's why I didn't make a move against him. We can't fight a lich without your silence spell.
Right.
Well, I don't feel like I need this up anymore, but I'll concentrate on it anyway. I've got protection from good and evil for like 10 minutes. So,
That was. That hurt.
Yep. So, would you like to enter
Sorry.
the next chamber? Where 3 of
Um,
you are being drawn.
Shall I take the lead on the... Well, in fact, should we take the lead on this one? Ding, ding.
you have the sword. It makes sense.
Yeah.
A little bit of steam puffs out from behind the shield guard, and it's now super powered.
Yeah,
Because
can
why not?
up front.
It
Rob.
manages to barge its way through the party. Just like,
And I'll just be like, excuse me, coming through.
A large creature can fit through a doorway, but it has to squeeze. It takes up an extra
But-
5 foot.
right.
But
Initiative from everyone because this
Oh,
is
boy.
going in.
It's mini me.
I don't even know how we
Uh,
combine.
initiative. It's higher than last time. Alright, fuck you guys. Alright, chill out. Please. Stop it.
Looking up on the map.
You're not even on the initiative order, it says.
Yeah, I'm just going to re-add you, Aos, because I think when I was clearing it off, I took you off.
I've done it all. It's all good.
Okay.
Kate's not on there either.
Yeah, I may have taken Cade off. Just manually re-add yourself, Cade.
Oh. What?
Right.
I got a 12.
Well,
11.
yeah.
There we go. Right, should be Gucci.
Okay. Porky, you're up first.
My rage would have died now, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm not slowed anymore, no? I'm assuming because
Nope.
you've taken away the doobly-doos.
Yeah.
Diddly doo.
Steady. Sort of. He's in the way, so. I can probably. Can I get through there or not?
Yeah, you can. It's an ally, technically.
Okay.
Though it does sort of look to Kate for confirmation before letting you through. But I'm guessing Kate lets you through.
You good?
Kick it in the shin. Move, you giant tin can.
It gives you a thumbs up.
Mm.
And a little
Get
puff
out
of
the
steam
way!
just moves back slightly.
So all I can do is sort of.
I know an easy way to defeat these. Kate, just get your big tin thing to sit on them.
And I'm just going to hold my action for, like, obviously any of them that come through the doorway. I'm essentially turning myself into like a guillotine at the door.
Okay. Climbing gas number 1, climbing along the ceiling.
What?
Your attack gets triggered,
Oh, okay.
so you can't make a swing.
That's a 12.
That's a miss.
Yeah. Do I get my second attack?
Yes. Pretty sure you do on
I wasn't sure,
Right.
so. If I'm holding my action, do I get my second attack or not?
Normally, no.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, no.
I
Okay.
wanted to confirm, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. So now it is going to claw you.
There's a lot.
I'm pretty sure 10 is a miss.
That is a miss, yes.
Hell will.
I'm gonna move my down back the corner here.
Yep.
Bring my echo over and do it now. Can I get a shot on that one there? Or
Not that one by the door, no, because it's you definitely
no.
have.
I can't really see any others.
Yeah, from your line of sight, I would say no, not really. Maybe this one here, but it'll have quite high cover.
I'll give it a try. Crossbow. Try.
Yep. That's the hit.
Eight.
Yep. 8 damage.
Hellhound command just to attack if it's
Alright,
my turn.
Raven.
Well, he's right back in this corner, so he's probably like, oh, okay, I guess there's something going on here. I can hear things, and Hellway's just shot things, so there must be things there.
You literally probably hear Porky go, oh my god, they're on the ceiling!
40. I'm guessing there's one just on the other side of the door.
Yeah.
I can just see the
Yeah,
corner
it's
over
hanging.
there.
It's hanging from the ceiling.
Ooh. How tall are these ceilings?
You could reach by sort of jumping up and stabbing. They've got quite long arms.
Okay. Okay.
With your heels, at least. If you didn't have those, you'd be screwed.
He'll get underneath
Yeah,
the one
they-
right here and literally
Yep.
do what you've just suggested. He looks like a bit like a cat wiggling just to get the
Do the butt wiggle.
yeah. 11.
Fortunately, that is a miss.
He
Would
doesn't.
you like to try to do some sort of cartwheel to stab with your shoe if you've got, or did you bonus action?
Yeah, he could try do maybe like a backflip or something.
Yeah, go for it. Why not?
Acrobatics, then I'm guessing.
Yeah, let's see if you can.
12.
Yeah, it's good enough.
Okay.
It's a simple backflip for you.
19.
That's a hit. This one takes a knife shoe to the hand and just sort of goes. "Roar."
Is that yes? The rapier was just the warning poke.
Yep. Now this one's
So you can't hit it
Having
standing
seen you-
upright. You could hit it standing on your hands.
Yes.
Having seen you stab its friend, it is going to try to claw you. Does a 14 hit you?
14 is my AC, so yes.
Okay, you take 7 damage, and I need a con save.
Okay.
Can't see it to cut it. God damn it.
12.
You make the save, so you're fine. So you feel your limbs begin to seize up, but you manage to shake it off.
Isn't... Never mind.
What?
No, no way.
This
Awkward
one
silence.
falls along the ground.
We're all wondering why he was going to stop us all for now.
No, I'm good.
Crawls under its friend. I think it's got movement. 2, 3. Yeah, it's got enough movement, so it's going to crawl under its friend, claw you, and then take a step back, so you both will get attack of opportunity from it. But it's going to try to claw Porky. But I don't think a 12 hits Porky. Does a 13 hit you, Porky, actually?
Nope.
Okay, so you both get attacks opportunity against this one guard.
Hey.
Ha!
And Raven, you do get sneak attack on this damage, so
Ah,
And-
it's a different turn.
yep. And Porky, that's a hit as well. So
Oh, okay.
Nice.
So that's 9 because I'm not raging.
yeah. So that's 28 damage in total between the two of you. Which basically this
Porky
thing
shoulders like an alley.
just like gets a huge gash down its chest, and other like it gets his eye stabbed out. It's just like Elias.
Fancy a competition. How many who can kill the most?
5, 10, 15, 20. Can't see into the room properly.
I mean, you can probably see over Raven's head.
I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of them. Let's give another fairy fire.
Okay.
Actually, no.
So which
3, 4. Yeah, fairy fire. I'm just gonna have to fairy fire.
does the Shield Guardian have its own initiative, Chris? Or does it act
Yeah,
on the
normally
turn of
it does, yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay, I'll
dex
just
save,
say that.
all
Huh.
5 that I can see, and any that might be in this square here. Because technically it would encompass that area.
Okay, so just draw a square over where you're targeting.
I just, where is it? Fairy fire, fairy fire.
Oh yeah, the fairy firing. Okay.
There.
Okay, so you get those 5. So I'll just take that off.
Would you be able to light up the room by any chance?
I will when you've got vision on the room.
Oh,
Get
also-
wrecked. Get wrecked.
Because that is
That's
basically there's
concerning,
part of the
that
door
is.
there.
Dex saves.
That was a little
Yeah.
bit...
There you go. There you go, I'll be nice.
That's
Thank
like a
you.
petty toddler, that is. I will when you can see.
Wow. So that's a pass. That's a pass. That's a fail. That's a fail. And that's a fail. So 3 of them.
And what colour they lit this time?
Pink. Let's go pink.
Okay. Now, Chris, purely due to your colour blindness, I'm wondering what you see this pink dot as.
Pink is
Assuming you can
pink,
see.
believe it or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was
Pink is one
curious.
of those- that's actually weirdly why I like pink. Because I can actually see it. Purple, however,
Yeah.
can go do it.
Okay, this one's gonna try. This one's gonna try to sneak in and stab Raven before dashing back, but because you've used your reaction, you don't get an attack opportunity. I'm thinking 18 hits,
Oh yeah.
so that's 13 damage.
Cut it.
Okay, cut it if
No,
you
you
can.
cut that.
What are you cutting, the attack or the damage?
The attack. It's
Okay.
it's a D8 in it. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
so, yeah.
No, I keep forget what I'm up to. Oh, you son
That's
of a!
15, that's still a hit, so you take
I got it.
13 damage.
Evasion?
Evasion is for
It's not a
area
dex
attack.
save,
No,
but you
damn
can,
it.
you can,
Candy
you
dodge,
can-
that's the one. Candy
That's
dodge,
it.
that's the
yeah,
one I
you
was
can
thinking.
halve the damage, so you take 7 damage,
Uncatty
but I still need you to make the con save.
Occasion.
18.
You make the save, you're fine.
Warding
God.
flare. If I was light. Oh, well,
I do like that ability on the light
it's
one.
great. It's really good.
This one literally can't get close enough, so it's just gonna
Son of a
It's
witch.
queuing.
hang here. Yeah, literally there's a queue of these things at the moment.
You know, it's a nice row of them now for any magic user who can just go boom down the center.
Okay.
If not, Cade, get the armor to move so I can literally bowling ball this lot out of the way.
How
Charge!
tall's the door?
10 foot maybe?
10 foot. Perfect. Cool. Sun's out. Wings out. I'm going to fly in blinding light.
But remember that they're both on the ceiling and on the floor, so you won't be able to go through them like that.
Oh, can I sit like above?
No,
Like,
that one's on the ceiling.
Why don't you just fly above Raven's head?
well, yeah, I'm flying
you
into the
can
room.
fly above Raven's head.
Poor
You can
Raven!
fly.
His aversion to the
You
sun,
can
you
fly
rude
there,
people.
Suppose you're flying.
That way you
above one
won't
of
get hit
them.
by the fireball.
He hides under his cape.
What? Okay, right. I'll just be like, I'm really sorry, Raven. But I'll activate it and then I'll slash at the one in the ceiling.
I hate you so much right now.
And these guys are undead, aren't they?
Yeah, which one are you targeting precisely? Sorry, you
This
said
one,
the
right.
one on the ceiling. There's like 4 of them.
I'll do
Yes, they are undead.
16
That's a hit.
explosions. So that's 19 points damage.
Yep. So that's your first attack.
Second attack. Oh.
Yeah.
Uh.
And you can gain advantage on all attacks against your target, but that target is dead. So no, you can't take advantage of that crit. You basically just
Oh. Jeez.
yeah. You basically just sort of went. Your existence is gone.
I kind of hit it the first time. It did like a little flash, and I was like, "Hang on, that's not right."
The sunlight purifies this one so much. You see its soul leave its body in like an angelic form. But you
And
see
then
it
all of a
going-
sudden, the soul just goes.
Yeah, you see it being drawn off in one direction and it's trying to flap away. But it eventually gets sucked in a certain direction.
And then I'm really sorry, Raven. Gotta do that, and then that, and then that.
Alright, you do
Okay.
still get hit by the fireball. Okay.
Kid, is that you or the lich?
You turn around and there's just kind of like a mixture of like drooping black essence, skeletal wings, but a holy golden aura. It's like, yes.
Chaos.
We're all clumped up. Casimir, get the fire in the hole, and I'm gonna hold a sacred flame for any that survive, because I'm about to 4th level fireball, and everyone in there plus Cade can make a dexterity saving throw.
So this one is going to go for Cade.
Yep, as a fiery inferno.
Sentinel.
Well, it went for you. I don't think you can sentinel.
I think
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure sense.
I'm just
is only
looking.
against other
When a creature
creatures.
within 5 feet of you makes attack against a target. Oh, other than you. Okay, my mistake. Cool. Yeah, I'll take that.
But you can get an attack of opportunity as it has to move away due to the spacing in this room.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Bar pit.
But
21.
yeah, that's it.
Ah. Well, that's still 16 points of radiant damage.
Right. I moved the wrong one back, I think.
And deck save, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it takes that 16 damage.
Ooh.
I am reborn!
Take half.
And you should the shield master feat now, don't you?
Do you have shield master feet?
I don't know.
No. You take 13 points of fire damage.
I think Elias took that one, didn't you?
Where's the line?
Just saying, the shield guardian was in the door.
I only got DC 14.
Just
Oh, yeah.
FYI.
Yeah, you take half again. So you only take 7.
Yeah, and the shield guardian takes some, but it'll be gone by its turn. But so how much damage did you do in total? You did 26.
26. On the
Okay,
fireball. It's fairly weak for a fireball.
26. That one failed to save, technically. Well, succeeded, but due to half damage, still dies. That one. That one. And of course, no, I think that one dies.
Cool. Alright. I'll Sacred Flame this one.
Wait, actually, I think you got that one actually.
Kill the most, I think. Hasn't it beat both of us?
Damn. What's the wizard for you? Oh god. Also, I hope that Amber's okay.
The Amber has taken some damage from that. Not enough to destroy it, but they are cracked.
Oops.
And you can see that dark essence. And
Oh,
those
yeah.
drawn to it are even more drawn to it.
Okay, maybe no more AoE. I'm going to go Hellhound as well.
Yeah, and you're targeting that one, so
I'll Sacred Flame that one.
it failed.
Take 5 points of radiant damage.
Right, Hellhound can't really get there, and Bjarken's just sort of staring at it, just like, get away from me.
The Hellhound's gonna lick the after and then just running to the corner.
Yeah, I don't know where you're gonna. Yeah, you can't really.
Move as close as you can, sort of thing.
Yeah,
But yeah, that was that.
Bjarken will probably just stay there because there's so much fire there that he's terrified. And then the shield guardian's been ordered to attack, so it will temporarily take a step forward because it can occupy the same space as another creature, an allied creature, and will. I mean, technically, that's what the attack's called. It's going to fist.
Yeah.
It's second attack.
It gives it a double fisting.
Yeah. And then it takes a step back. Okay. 2 of these left.
Okay. Let's go into the room. Are they on the floor or on the ceiling?
That one's on the floor. And the other one's the one in the middle is on the ceiling. The one on the right in front of you. So, floor, ceiling.
Well, I know Raven could probably use me as like a stepping stone to get the one that's on the ceiling, so I'll stay where I am, and I'm going to go for the one that's on the floor.
Yep.
So, first attack, 15.
That's a hit.
That's 12
And
points of
that's
damage.
dead.
Sweet!
Would you like to make a second attack against the other one?
Can I reach it? I mean, if
Yes.
Raven can, I can.
Yeah, and you've got like a great attack, so you've got like the big weapon for reach.
23.
That's a hit.
And that's 19 points.
Holy crap, that's your max damage on that.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Jeez.
I'm gonna move 5, 15, move the Echo to here, and bonus swap with it.
Oh, wow, range damage really doesn't go up for a while. Yep.
I'm good. Swing it with my silver scimitar.
Okay. That's a hit. And that's a dead. With that, I'm going to clear the tunnel before I forget to do so.
Nice.
And the battle is over. Now,
I win. You owe me a beer.
Is that your
Well, I hate to
victory?
break it to you, but we can't get beers here.
Put up a
I-
magical jug.
I believe
I can get beer.
Well, you can give yourself a beer then, can't you?
technically,
Donate wages if you
Yeah.
can't pay the price.
and technically, I think you will find that I won your little wager.
So yeah, so you owe him a beer. Give him a beer.
No, technically you owe him a beer. You didn't kill anything.
Hey, you bought the beer.
Right,
I'm
yeah,
sorry,
I
I
give
heard
him
there
a
was
beer.
beer.
Yeah, I'll
technically,
beer.
it's wine, but
Shh, it's alcohol. Shush.
yeah.
Porky doesn't know much different.
It's true. Yeah.
It's alcohol. It intoxicates people.
Before you,
That's the same thing.
I'm
We
just
really
happy
got
to
give
be
you an
here.
alcohol education.
before you go slapping any amber, there's something I want to just address here real quick. Your bargains you're making, they're obviously affecting people's minds, and I worry that you're gonna lose yourself, like Hellweir almost did. I'm out. I'm spent. If someone is going to take a bargain or take a curse, you're on your own. Don't feel like you've got to get out of jail free card.
I mean, I can benefit you two, but I can't benefit myself.
Every one of these has lied to us. They've tricked. You were given a bargain, and then there was a caveat. Just remember that. These dark powers will do anything they can to get a stronghold within your body and in your mind. Think wisely before you accept any of these. That's all I'll say.
So, who's touching an amber?
So, I will go into this because I do have a very specific thing. So, the northernmost one is drawing your attention, Elias. And you get the feeling that the ghasts who are here had, looking at their corpses, they all have an extra eye more than you would expect. It seems to be in random places.
Oh,
So you suspect, because you've actually never heard of ghast spider climbing as they were, that they have taken the gift of one of these ambers. Probably the one you're interested in.
can I look them over in case there's anything different?
That's all you notice is the extra eye.
They're ghasts.
And they ghasts. The one to the east is the one that draws you, Cade. So looking at it makes your teeth ache.
Ghasts were once human, by the way.
The one to the south, to all of you except for Raven, just looks like a lump of amber. It doesn't even look like one of the sarcophagi, apart from that it's about the same sort of shape. To Raven, though, you can see a spectral sword extending from it that looks perfectly. In fact, it's a spectral shape that matches the shape of the rapier that you found. Almost like it's wanting you to place the rapier in that position.
I inspire Raven before she does anything.
He.
Yep.
Before she does anything. Before she Kirsty does anything.
I swear to God, if like all of a sudden Raven's gender gets swapped, no one's gonna fucking know a thing. Oh my God, I'm a
He's been
woman.
going by he all this time. Who's to say he's not actually a woman?
He could be lying the entire time.
No.
Raven.
None of this. None.
Inch is
Um,
inspired.
Okay.
I've got a surprise for you as well, Cade, when we finally hook up.
Wait, what?
And also, Kate, get in.
I have my own holy smite.
Kate,
Huh?
get in, please.
Get in? What do you mean?
Yeah, 10 foot.
Huh?
Wait, what are you
Excuse me, you're calling out to me as if I'm an object, Elias.
Right, whilst this is going
you
on,
look like one in
Raven,
all
are
that
you
armor.
going to take advantage of this little distraction? that
Gollum,
Elias is
get him.
Screw this, I'm casting Bless with my last first level.
No, don't do it. No, not on Elias. Fuck that.
Hey,
Oh, it's on Raven, I think.
I'm casting it on Raven, Elias, and... Was there
Yeah.
one more? Was there one
Cade.
more it was during?
It's
The
me.
last one.
Kate.
Cade.
Yeah.
I see Hellweird slapping his... No. Fist against
No,
his
that's
elbow.
just Echo now, where he's
Oh,
just
okay,
there.
okay, right. It'll be on Cade.
No, that is a... Oh, you're not in the room
No,
anymore.
that is actually Hellwith.
Yeah, that is Hellware. He's swapped.
But
Yeah, but I'm
it
not picking any of them.
Okay.
So,
Alright, so Cade, Elias, and Raven are blessed.
okay, so Raven, are you going to place the rapier in the position that it seems
Yes.
to be demanding of you?
He's giving it a good circle to get the right angle,
Give it a sniff.
and got the rapier out, and carefully aligned it up before popping it in.
Okay,
Boy.
as you do so, time freezes around you. And you see a figure in front of you. It's indistinct, but there is clearly a smile upon its face. If you've seen Full Metal Alchemist, think of the sort of truth being. Sort of like,
I've only
just like
seen a little
shadow.
bit of it.
Hold on.
Steph's getting her art book out.
But it
The smell of art
smiles,
book.
but it smiles at you
It's not that one.
and just goes, well. So, the king is finally ready to take their crown. In fact, it looks like you have one already. But
Yes.
with my age, you'll be worthy of wielding it. Are you ready to become a king?
Let's cut to the small fine print, shall we? I know these things always come with a price.
Yes. Simply put, the first step of this is that you'll be much more charismatic than before, meaning you'll be much more of a leader. But
All right.
as a result of that, you will not want your orders to be questioned. If someone goes against your orders or answers you no, and you do not go against that, then your charismatic abilities will slowly drain away. However,
We can
the-
check.
yes, kingship through this method does have perks, not just in the form of charisma, but I will make you more akin to your cousin in terms of power than personality. You will gain access to magic via this power. Which will grant you knowledge and insight. And, of course, every king needs an advisor. And I will be around to speak to you and give advice should you request it.
Can you guarantee me that this will not have ill means towards my friends? Because while some of us don't see eye to eye, I am not willing to.
This came back from a search.
Phone.
It wasn't me this time. It wasn't me.
No, my phone doesn't even have voice commands active. I don't even know how that happened.
I will do as you command.
It's my new magic!
I'm processing your request.
Processing request. Well,
I do not see eye to eye with all of them. The last thing I want is to bend their will to my own, because taking someone's will is not a good thing to do.
you will not bend their will through force, but through the art of words. So, because of your charismatic leadership, you'll be able to persuade them to do as you wish. Or deceive, if that is the way you would prefer to act. But
Okay.
you will not have the desire to control, just the desire not to be... You won't take no for an answer, basically.
Okay. Okay.
And finally, because I am hoping to take this advisory role, there is a small chance, though your allies have tried to counteract it, that this could warp something within yourself, bringing you over to a darker path. However, that does not necessarily mean that you have to act particularly evil. It will just mean that your morals are perhaps not quite what they were.
Wow. The first one that finally admitted it.
Well, I've walked a dark road before and managed to come off it, so...
Precisely. It is one of the reasons why I offered this to you. I only offer kingship to those I believe have walked a path worthy of it. You have seen the darkness that you could potentially have faced. You have seen what poor leadership can result in. So I hope
And
you'll
I've
be a
also
good
seen
leader.
what good leadership can result in as well.
Yes. So,
Alright.
will you say yes this time?
You are the
That's
only
the-
one I will say yes to.
Excellent. Now, so, I will explain this. There are no other downsides than what I have mentioned. Your gift is the power that comes from great presence and force of personality. This dark gift increases your charisma by 4 up to a maximum of 22.
Oh my god.
Wait, hold on. What was that? Charisma to 22?
Up to a maximum of 22, yes.
Oh,
Oof.
hell, king!
He's like uber charismatic and I am not in actual fact.
Yes.
Fine, you can learn.
But
You-
I'm like the complete opposite.
You do gain a flaw that you won't
Mhm.
take no for an answer.
Okay.
Get ready to be punched by Porky a lot.
And any time you act counter to
No,
that
I won't
flaw
get ready.
and take no for an answer, you'll lose 1 charisma point. If your
Okay.
charisma drops to 0, you die. How having 0 charisma kills you, I don't know.
You
I'll
probably
have to-
cease. You probably cease being, like you vanish from the world.
Yeah. Yeah, you're
So you don't
Basically
actually
loses his
die.
personality.
Right. Basically, I suppose what it is you have so little presence in the world, because that's what charisma is. It's like personality and force of personality, that you literally do just fade from existence because
That's so sad.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a terrible way to die.
Yeah.
Potato.
Aww.
And
Right, okay.
with that, Raven, you do level up.
Hey!
And as we have discussed, there is a certain class and subclass you'll be going into.
Oh.
Mhm.
Only for this one level, potentially.
Class and sub.
Yes, you are a Hexblade Warlock.
Oh crap! That's amazing. No, that's so good. That's amazing. That's a what? Oh,
Someone's more excited than you.
that is out of every class. Only because I'm a bit of a mid-maxer. It's like literally the best dip in any class you can do. Like a single level in Hexblade is like, mwah, it's the chef's kiss.
Particularly because you can use your cook and your sword, which was already magical, changes and becomes fancier, and the engraving on it in Undercommon simply says "All hail the king."
Oh yeah.
I'll
Oh.
find a picture for a fancy rapier later.
Oh,
And
filth.
I'm going to say that the pink hilt of it turns purple because it's more regal.
Well, we know who.
It's sort of like, and the guard is gold because purple and gold is very regal.
I'm imagining him on a tarot card now.
Yeah. So
The king.
I will handle Cade and Elias's, and then we will go for a break, which is. Feel free to start your level up now, Raven, if you wish.
What about the thingy check?
Oh yes, make a charisma saving throw with your increased charisma.
And plus
wow.
2.
With increased.
+2, plus a d4, plus a d8 if you need it.
Yeah,
I've got too many people talking at once, sorry.
Yes, change to 22.
Okay.
You're not gonna do that.
Probably
And
not.
now you roll.
Oh.
What?
So that's an 8, 10 because Cade is nearby. Then roll a d4.
Just like, of course, Raven. Of course you do that.
That's a 13, which means you pass.
Hey.
Don't even need my inspiration.
No, DC
It
is
could have been a very dangerous road.
Yeah.
yeah.
No.
Just to
Oh.
confirm, was your charisma 18 before you got the boost? Sorry. Because it increases it by 4 to a max of 22, so it doesn't put you to 22.
I think it was 15, wasn't it, before?
So it's 19 then.
19 then, yeah.
Yeah, which knocks off 2 from that, so you would technically need the d8 for
Oh
that.
my god.
Yeah.
Roll that d8. Oh, thank fuck.
Yeah, you're fine.
Whew. I can't
Right.
believe it took the combined efforts of
Yeah.
a paladin, a cleric, and a bard just
Yeah.
to save you from your
My loyal subjects.
Wow.
James, do you know when you put on
Oh my
screwed?
Right.
It seems to be a running thing in his family that they kind of decide, oh, we're going to be royalty.
You have
Yeah.
unleashed the chaos.
Right.
So-
I'd imagine him to be the easiest to slip to evil out of everyone here.
Yeah, which is why you got such a low roll.
Yeah.
Right, so Cade, I'll do your one first. Because we probably know what your answer is going to be, Elias, whereas Cade's is a bit more interesting.
Inspire.
So,
And because it's funnier that he has to wait so long, like 50
Yeah.
seconds.
right, so Cade,
Inspired.
you have inspiration.
Cool.
Right, so, again, when you touch this, time freezes. And you see that same figure that you saw previously. A figure seemingly covered in teeth. It smiles at you, a perfect grin. Fanged teeth, of course, because they just look much better. Ah, so you've come to see. You've come to receive your sample of immortality, then.
I'm curious as to what you have to offer.
Well, as I said before, you only have one life. I will grant you an extra 3.
And that's it?
That is all I am offering.
Immortality? 3
Yes.
lives.
Yes.
That's...
Those lives can be lived up to their maximum, but if you die, then your new body will appear within 10 feet of the old one.
And that's it. What do you get? Because I will let you know now, I am going no fucking where near you if you are going to take something that hasn't already been done.
I simply want teeth.
Sounds reasonable.
My teeth, somebody else's teeth. I already have to consume bones. You can probably already tell I spread the wings.
Yes, you have made deals, but at least with this, if you wanted to not eat bone and get rid of those curses, you could just die and they would be gone. So, I am removing a sense of risk from you. I will say this. I offer 3 lives, but if you have a sufficiently large collection of teeth when you die that final time, I may grant additional lives.
And the downside. Get to the fine print.
I will take your teeth now.
That's what I don't want. So, you can 50 Shades of fuck off, big boy. You're not having my teeth.
And they would make such a fine addition to my collection. My arm is lacking that of a paladin's teeth. No. I suppose I can always see your brother in the underworld. His teeth also looked quite interesting.
Oh, that... Whether it's in the vision or in person, Cade is going fucking ham at this creature statue. He's drawn like 2 of his blades and is just slashing wildly.
He just smiles and actually just your blades are just hitting the teeth on his body, and he just smiles and goes, "I'm just joking. I don't have access to the underworld from here." But you mortals do believe almost anything you're told, don't you? Well, have a good day. And with that, the vision fades. And and at this point, should we take the break
Yeah.
or Elias?
Oh yeah, let's take a
No.
break. Let's take a
No.
break.
No, I'll do Elias's first.
Oh, damn.
Okay, we'll do
I'll be-
Elias's. After these short
Right.
announcements from our sponsors.
And in the
Right,
session.
so
That's the end of the campaign, guys.
Anybody else
Elias.
want anything? Any boosts?
you place your hand on this,
Finally happening.
and in front of you, you see a large spider. In fact,
Hello, friendo.
as the spider draws closer, the front of its body rears up and forms in, revealing that it is a drider.
A
Not
what?
a spider. A drider. Basically, think of a centaur, but with a spider instead of a horse.
Oh.
It's kind of like the top half comes up and you're like, damn! And then the bottom half comes up and you're like, damn!
And it is a rather as attractive as a Drider can be, a female Drider.
Oh.
And this is perhaps an odd one, but I'm just going with it because the idea popped into my head. Where its chest would normally be are a pair of eyes.
Oh.
And it looks to you. And
Hello.
just smiles. So, did you like my ghasts? It's odd for the undead to make deals, but they did. And they got what they wanted, the ability to more successfully hunt their prey.
Were they undead before you gave them the gift?
Oh yes, I don't deal with necromancy magic. I prefer to be the blade in the dark than the fist from the grave.
So, the catch. Give it to me straight, because I noticed something about them.
You will get the same. An extra eye somewhere on your body. The eye will be blind, but ever open. It will simply be a deformity of sorts.
I forgot.
Can I pick where it goes?
I was muted, we're good.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Because, you know, it could make for a cool tattoo centerpiece. But
Roll me a persuasion check.
come on, don't fail me.
I will allow you to choose 3 locations on your body, and I will pick one at random of those 3. But they must be distinct parts of your body, not something like the upper arm, a little bit lower on the upper arm, and a little bit lower on the upper arm.
The center of the back, the center of the chest, and
Going for the Llewellyn look.
the forehead.
Okay. Now roll me, and are you accepting the deal with that?
Assuming there's nothing else you want to tell me.
Let me just check in case my old version says anything. I don't.
We'll have to recommission the artwork.
Oh, an all-seeing eye, but a blind one.
Yeah, there is no other downside.
It's a
they
bit
say.
pointless, isn't it?
You got yourself a deal, and I shake all 8 of her hands.
Right, roll me a d3.
D3. Oh, damn it, that's not on the thing.
That's how many alignments you drop.
It is on your chest.
Ooh.
All I can imagine is he does like the Superman thing. It's just an eye instead of
Yeah,
the Superman side.
Messed up.
Yep, and now I need a charisma saving throw.
Right.
Third nipple.
Charisma saving throw. Don't fail me.
Scarlet Pimpernel.
Oh!
You are fine. You
It's
are
all good.
perfectly fine.
Yeah, of course he is.
And
That's it.
And with that, we shall take a short break, as the party have pretty much successfully cleared the Amber Temple.
Hey.
Level up. Oh wait, yeah, we got to kill a lich first.
You already got the Amber Temple.
Right, we'll be
So-
right back.
We'll take a short break and we'll be right back. And welcome back, everyone, to the second half. Probably going to finish up early because reasons. But we are fine for the time being. So, the party have made the bargains with the final ones, and it's now up to them what they decide to do. They have effectively cleared out the Amber Temple.
As I said, I make laps of this room vertically.
Yep. Elias can now run in walls.
Yes.
And ceilings.
Now he can be annoying vertically.
I pull out my
Who gave Elias
crossbow.
coffee?
With
I'm
the-
dishing out alcohol, not coffee. I'm not guilty.
See, you decided to take the bargain. Even after my warnings.
Hey, this is the only one I took.
Yeah, this is the only one I took as well.
It
Looks
doesn't make it any better. I didn't take any. But
Good for you. What do you want? A round of applause?
And look, I got this
I
cool.
just want us. What I want is us to go back and kill that lich.
Hey, Eos, watch this. And I walk over towards one of the statues.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, where? No.
No!
I'm sane of mind. I'm not that stupid anymore.
So what was your thing? Because I got this cool body mod, and I just like shoot everybody.
Ah! Oh my god. Put it away.
It's the scene from the Emperor's New Groove. Ah! Oh, okay.
Look, I spy, except I don't spy.
I poke him in the eye.
Hold on, you got a negative
Does it
eye
hurt?
that can't see. I'd lost my eyes, but I can still see.
Yeah.
You're both abominations. Lovely.
Casimir goes, perhaps that can be the theme of your band. Ocular,
That's not a bad plan.
No, seriously, what happens if I poke him in the eye?
he'll take damage, he'll hurt like being poked in the eye.
I'm pretty sure
What
there's
happened?
actually a band called Third Eye Blind.
What would happen if someone tried poking me in the eye?
You can try if you like.
Hulk Hellweir in the eye.
Go
In
for it.
the sockets. Like double finger in the sockets.
I'll take the coins out.
You still feel it in the socket, but probably not as painful as normal.
Oh, that's weird.
It's almost like a tickle inside your eye.
Ooh.
I'm really itchy inside my skull now.
Yeah.
Sort of stick fingers, just give it a little
It's
scratch.
almost like the urge to sneeze, but from your eye.
Right. I don't know about you guys, but
Well, that was it.
it's going to be a long journey down from here, and we no longer have the Lich's bedroom to take solace in and respite. So maybe we use.
What
the
about
chapel.
the chapel?
Yeah, maybe we use the chapel and just, get back.
Have what? Rats for supper?
We've got
We've
ration.
got rations.
We got rations.
We also have a very suspicious chicken. Just saying.
No,
Yeah.
we
Oh,
cannot. Unfortunately, he is now effectively one of the group.
I mean, the armor will still work without the chicken in there.
In fact,
What
hang
if we-
on. Now I think
what if-
about it.
We put the chicken in the armor, and then we put the armor in the shield guardian.
Yeah, I was literally gonna say, is the Shield Guardian hollow?
It's Russian dolls.
Yeah.
Russian nesting dolls.
Yeah.
Is the Shield Guardian hollow?
No.
Ah,
Shame,
okay.
because in my campaign, it's got like a little reel of parchment where you cast a spell onto it inside of it. It's like a fax machine. You can just open it up and scribe a spell into it.
It's like its third evolution. It becomes the Bia Guardian.
I
It's a
suppose,
mega evolution.
technically you could take bits, the animated armor off and put them on the Shield Guardian.
Does it boost its AC?
Probably not.
Okay.
Nah, let's have 5 tanks in the front line.
But nah, we shouldn't like get into the chicken. If we ever turn to cannibalism, pork is the biggest one here.
Elias, I hate to say it, but you're probably going to be the first
I
one
literally
to go.
just heft the axe. You can try.
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna back
We're
one
not
to the
turning to
corner.
cannibalism.
Right, let's just stay on task and remember who the real enemy is. Regardless of how we feel about each other right now, we're still going to get through this together. Right, Eos?
Yeah, you're all alright. You're all idiots, but you're alright.
This Amber Temple is
That's the
tearing us
dumbest person
apart.
in the party.
Right.
Right, so we're staying in the chapel.
Let's
Yes.
go to the chapel.
Perfect.
We'll barricade the entrance.
Duff,
Have the
duff,
shield
duff.
guardians down there. It's gonna block anyone
That's
coming in.
true.
It's a tiny one.
You can just sit
Uh,
at the door. Sit on the door.
Yeah, the shield guardian's gonna just chill on the door.
Hey,
So, a name for this thing?
For what?
The Shield Guardian.
Oh,
I had a name in mind.
Gordon. Like
Vor.
shield,
I once
shield-
knew a fire giant by the name of Vor. Very
Like-
powerful.
I meant like Gordon, like shield guardian.
I think Grey.
Inspired.
Isn't your other character named Grey?
Grey suits it.
Silence.
It just sort of stands there, just like puffing steam out from one of its shoulders.
Hey guys,
Should we call it Chadner?
It looks at you with a look of disgust as you say that.
Oh,
do you?
it has no expressions. What? How did it even look at me?
Oh,
It somehow manages it. You're not sure how. But you get the feeling it's disgusted by the suggestion.
do you remember the first altar we were all around? The one that wants us to sacrifice someone. Good times. Good times.
Why are you bringing this up?
He just deadpan stares at the altar.
That one was used for alchemy, not sacrifice.
I mean, technically, as part of some alchemical stuff, they do some human work. I mean,
They
there's the
do
whole-
Who's the accent?
Oh.
Anyway, guys. Ah,
Easily amused.
So, we
what
need
about, didn't you used to have a companion in the party before I came along? Maybe you could name it after him.
Good old gluten.
gluten.
Grey
Like
will
you
do
never-
just fine.
Gluten Grey it is. Grayton.
Gluten Freeman.
So actually, first name was just Glue, but yeah.
You know, naming things is the first step to getting attached to them.
I hope he does. It protects him.
It will stick to you like glue.
Exactly. See? Makes sense. The
Ten
Omniscient
times
voice makes
over.
point.
So let's have a realistic conversation about this. Are we really going to take on a lich?
I don't know. It's not exactly something that I'd like to go headlong into.
That's why we rest up.
Well, we saw how easy it took over. Well,
He can't do that if he's inside the silence spell.
And I am not stepping into that room.
how do you know? He might have
Because
something more based
whatever-
on visuals.
Because when he did it last time, he spoke a somatic component. A verbal component. We saw that.
But that doesn't mean he doesn't have other spells.
You can't cast spells when you're silenced.
I mean, remember,
Right, Casimir?
remember
Well,
Victor.
there are certain spells that don't require verbal components, and some spellcasters have the ability to ignore the verbal components. But generally, a lich comes from wizardom, and they normally don't have that ability. So,
There we
I
go.
could always sit on him.
but if he is a lich, a powerful wizard, I would expect him to be able to counter that spell.
So
But I don't have to be
Don't
seen
reveal that. Don't reveal that part. So I see. I
talk
don't know if I can allow this evil to persist in this world. He is consuming the souls which I am trying to liberate. And you see Eos brings out a little vial with that same swirling mist that is on the outside of Barovia. These were once living things. Once Barovia is free from this curse, they'll be able to pass on to another life. They'll be able to reach Mount Celestia, or perhaps they'll get to Limbo. Wherever they belong, they will go to that place. I'm
So
not
we're
really
just
sure
going
what
to
will happen.
run headlong.
That's not what I said.
is
I said I cannot allow this evil to persist.
And
this
so
not-
what do you suppose we do?
We
Because
do.
coming back when we're potentially stronger,
We're strong now. We're strong enough. We have a strategy. We silence
You
him.
have a strategy.
and I will stand by her strategy. I shan't turn
Alright.
back from a fight.
We silence the spellcaster, and Porky makes sure he doesn't go anywhere. I will also make sure he doesn't do, or make sure he hasn't gotten a chance to get away from it either. So long as we maintain within that, he will be helpless. Do you remember the fight with Victor?
I'm sorry.
Do you remember the fight with Victor?
Who?
exactly.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Who? Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
sorry.
that man was a powerful spellcaster. Yeah. Didn't you see his spellbook? He had insanely powerful spells, and yet he was a whitewash before us.
However, Casimir, have you not used a spell that negates other magic?
Yes, it is counter spell.
So, what if this lich has that? Then this whole silent spell plan is
Casimir has
useless.
counterspell. He counters the counterspell.
And what if he counters the counterspell with another
cannot.
counterspell?
He won't be able to even target him.
What if there's a counter for the counterspell in which to counter the spell that is to be countered?
You're going to hurt your brain.
I'm already
I'm-
hurting.
We're already 3 steps ahead of him. Trust me.
I'm a fighter first, spellcast second.
However, this lich is ancient. Have you not thought he may have made plans for such an occasion?
No, I don't think he has. He's sitting in that little room, suspecting no one to interrupt his work, and all he cares about is his studies.
And
Which
his,
he's done for centuries.
Yes, which means countless souls have been consumed. We could have ended up in that. My
What-
sister could be in there, and I won't allow him to consume any more.
There's quite an
Also-
easy way to deal with that.
his
I
mind
just
is also
Kind of throw my throw a thumb over my shoulder and point back towards the shield guardian. He
And
could
his
deal
mind-
with it.
his mind is also somewhat warped. He's not himself, which means he may not be his strong self that we have to deal with.
I think quite the opposite. I think in madness, somebody of such power could be even more dangerous. It's like give a crazed man a knife and he's going to be even more deadly than before.
Yeah, Raven's walking out at this point when you say that.
You want your long rest?
Well, no, it's the fact he's been there, he's done that, he's been that person.
Oh, I
So Cade saying that, he's just like, yeah, I shouldn't be part of this conversation if that's what you're thinking.
The fact remains we will need everyone in order to pull this off. I'm
I
not,
don't particularly mind, but you could ask rather than demand we do it.
I'm not demanding. That's what we're having this conversation for right now. And I haven't even asked you yet. I've simply
That's
stated.
what I'm saying. You could ask.
I have simply stated I can't leave this place, not without making sure this is put to an end. If you wish to help me, then I'll be grateful.
And that's the point where you say, "Will you help me?"
What is wrong with you, Porky? Recently you seem to think that everyone is out to get you, or I don't know. You've
No,
been acting
I'm
very
simply saying you could just ask us to help you.
I was getting to that. You don't need to be impatient. This is a big ask. You need to know what you're signing up for before I simply ask you. And I want you to know that I'm confident we can do this. That's why I outlined that strategy first. But yes, I will ask. Please, for the sake of the souls here in this land, for the sake of my own peace of mind, for my sister's sake, will you help me destroy this evil?
Yes. I don't need a big explanation. All I need is, "Will you help me?" I'd like to think at this point we're friends. You can just ask.
Helware, do you feel the same? Are we friends?
I need to think on this long and hard.
Elias.
As you know, my whole thing, I just want to go home. If I can do it without conflict, I will. I don't like conflict.
I want to get you home, but
Yeah,
there are certain things that I want to do for everyone. I want to get everyone home, Helware. That includes the souls which need to be put to rest.
I just think at the moment this is too big of a thing for us. We
I don't
I don't
think
think
we.
we're strong enough to do it.
I
And
believe
that's
we.
not, having a go at anyone, having a knock at anyone, but I just don't think we are capable of dealing with this at the moment. We're not strong enough.
If we're not strong enough to take on this, then we're not strong enough to take on Strahd.
Exactly. I don't know.
We have to have hope, Helware. That's the whole reason we've banded together, was because we're stronger together. We had no hope of defeating Strahd before, but look at what we've accomplished so far. We
I
have a plan.
need to think on this.
If you're worried, are you worried about your own skin? Because I will cast Death Ward on you if you feel that is at risk.
It's not just myself; it's everyone. All that we have done so far to risk it on such a, with odds that aren't in our favour.
I have the
I
power
don't.
to bring back the dead as well myself. So does Casimir.
And what if you two are targeted first? Then what do we do? We'll be
Casimir.
picked off it'll be like picking wings off flies.
That is why what I would suggest to make this work 100% is I cast Death Ward on myself to make sure that we have a way to bring back people. However, Helware, if he begins casting a spell, then the plan has gone awry and we shouldn't be fighting in the first place. That silent spell is the only thing stopping us from dying. So long as it is maintained, we should be safe.
If the worst comes of it, I can get myself and Helware out of here very far, very quick. But it shouldn't come to that. If you're really that worried, Helware.
It's gonna
I mean, we're resting here for a while, are we not?
Yeah.
find the lantern of revealing around the room, by the way.
You don't
Speak
see
it.
anything.
Cool. I'm gonna check outside the door. I know the raven there.
That I was gonna say, well, while they're all talking in the meantime, I would have gone out to where Raven was as all of that conversation's happening. If that's okay. Unless you want to retcon it after.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, Chris?
What?
Okay. So, yeah, as they're all talking, realizing that what he said might be a bit harsh for some, he would have taken a step outside. There we go. Taken a step outside to look for Raven.
Yeah, he hasn't gone far. He's literally just outside the door.
He stands beside him, pulls out his water skin they filled up with the wine from Porky's jug, uncorks it, offs it.
He offers it, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, you broke off a bit there.
My bad.
He gives Cade a bit of a side eye, but he will still take it and takes a swig.
We aren't all perfect within this group, you know. We've all come from various different backgrounds. Some very good, some very bad, but we're all still in the same place, the same situation, the same decisions to make, and regardless what we think, there is only one way forward here.
I'm not saying... Yeah,
Go,
carry
go.
on, sorry.
You go.
I'm not saying I don't know that I don't realise. What bothers me is how black and white you all seem to be in these matters. It's either evil or it's good. I have been both. And I see it in grey, not black and white. And while, yes, this thing is doing wrong, like many of the other things, it's just kind of, do we have to kill it now? Do we have to do this now? I'm not one to go charging in like this and risking my life every 2 seconds just because it's evil, kill it. I'm sorry, but I can't think like that.
I mean, do you want to ask it to break its
Here, Elias.
You're
Hold on.
not here, Elias.
Elias? He's on the
This
fucking ceiling again.
didn't realise this was happening in a different room. I was looking at.
Yeah, we're outside.
No, it's alright. I'm not even here. Or am I?
As I said, we aren't all golden childs here. I too have seen a darker side of myself. I've done bad things that I regret, and he kind of, you notice him look off into the distance through this window towards the statue. I've done bad things, and I'm here to make sure that I correct the mistakes that I've made at any means. So I can let you know that I very much see in grey too. But we have to draw a line somewhere. Why are you laughing, Chris?
Nothing.
No shit.
I don't agree with charging in and killing this lich just because, but I'm not about to abandon all of you, especially Porky. She's not herself. I don't want to leave her. So I will go with you, but just know that I don't believe this is the right thing to do.
I respect your decisions, and I can assure you that all of us, we will stand beside you. We will protect you.
Yes, please do, because I'm quite squishy compared to the rest of you.
Yes, I have noticed. It's okay. Just don't be faint of heart of the decisions we've made. We've already come across difficulties within the party. We'll take the vampire within the basement. We discovered our many options that we had, and we overcame them. Some things are just born bad.
Yes, bad things still can be changed given the right circumstance. That's all I believe.
He kind of nods. And he will look down at the amulet and back through the door to the giant golem. And he walks back in the room.
Okay. Is there anything else anyone would like to discuss before we long rest?
I wonder if I could on the ceiling.
Chris, you're muted.
Don't be late for your interview, Jamie.
Oh yeah, don't be late. Don't be late.
I'm going in 5 minutes, but you guys are welcome to carry on.
In fact, hold
Right.
on. No, stay. Don't get the job.
What?
In fact, no, go get a job because I'm sick of seeing you.
So, with this long rest, I will say that we will wrap up there.
No. Shit. Okay, yeah, there is more things I want to do. No, actually, there
Okay.
is, physically. I will cast a Speak with Dead spell. No, I don't have it.
Okay.
Hey,
No, I
Jim.
don't have spell slots. Never mind.
There's a skeleton in my bag talking now.
Hey, James.
Yep.
If I attempt to sleep on the roof, on the ceiling, am I able to do it?
I mean, technically, yes, but I don't know why you would.
Yes.
You'd have
He's
to
being a
sleep
vampire.
vampire style, like
Wait a
standing.
Or hanging upside down like a bat.
Okay, I'm going to create some more holy water. That's what I'll do.
Okay.
Yeah.
The only thing I want to do is just quietly speak what his thoughts are on all this.
What, to the echo?
Yeah.
Well, now, you know me. I'm always up for a good fight. It's one of the things that I kind of agree with some of your friends on. So, if we're talking good or evil, I don't know. Anyone who reads books is a bit iffy to me.
I hear that.
But,
Oh, sorry.
yeah, so, whilst I'm all for it, I think, well, one, I think you guys are kind of stupid right now. Because,
I'm agreeing.
now, not because you want to go fight the Lich, that I reckon between you, you can take it. Now, you might lose a few friends, but what's a few friends if you kill a Lich? And besides, even if both your people die, who can bring back the dead. You've got that deal with the abbot in place, and wasn't one of the things downstairs also able to bring people back from the dead? You know, you got options. So,
I feel like there's a but.
well, one, you're discussing all your plans out loud, and this lich seems to have known everything that's been going on in this temple.
Yeah. We
That's all I'm saying. Yeah, it's just a bit of a, you know,
So he might be expecting us.
yeah.
well, he might already be expecting the plan that so well.
Message me, would you?
Who?
Elias. He's the only one who has a message.
Yeah, send a message.
I doubt he can hear us in our minds.
Boop.
Which means I have one last thing, a detail that I missed from this, just in case. And I'm gonna tell him in whisper, so not even James knows.
That's just mean.
Yep.
Yeah, and another thing, just whilst they're having their little psychic chat, bit rude, but smart. Rude but smart. You've already, at least, I'm holier than thou cleric over there. Honestly, you think the moon shone out of her ass. But anyway, it's already shown some hostility, and the lich ain't thick. So even if he doesn't know what you've been discussing, well,
The DM
He's
does.
gonna be thinking about it.
yeah, and he's a lich. They're all undead and stuff, right? There's plenty of dead bodies around here now. You've killed a few yourselves.
Very true.
A couple in the library, those ghasts. I wouldn't be... And, of course, there are all those skulls. I doubt it. I mean, it probably made those flame skulls in the first place. I doubt it's got any souls around to do it.
Holy water, though.
Well, you dealt with those ones, was my point. That doesn't mean he doesn't have others he can bring out. I don't think he
Already
will.
works.
Yeah. It's not a fight that's to go in recklessly. No offense meant, Porky.
Well,
I mean, it'll be fine. Would the dark beings in this temple really want us to take their gifts and then die instantly?
They don't
Well-
care.
They'll protect us.
Not really. You've already got what you wanted from them. I can tell you from a few of your other selves that, yeah, they don't offer anything extra than what they said. If you die, you die. And that sliver of power will go back to them.
Which leads
No
back
real
to
way
what
to
I'm
destroy
saying
them
to you, Alex. It seems like too much of a risk for now.
fighting Strahd is a bit of a risk. Don't you think so?
It's a risk we have to take to get out of this season at the moment.
I will say, as much as I hate running, against Strahd at least, you got your fancy sun sword, which eats vampires now that you know how to turn it on.
Yeah, cheers for that.
As
But
I've
no,
stated
very
before,
much.
however, I don't just want to help you escape. I want to help everyone. And those spirits the longer we leave that lich alive, the more souls will be consumed by that phylactery.
Well, here's the thing then to really go with what you're saying. He's gonna probably only take in souls so often, and he says there was limited range to that. Don't know how true that is. Doesn't really matter. But I doubt that range is all of Barovia. Otherwise, he'd probably be a lot more powerful.
And what happens when not enough souls die near the temple? What do you think then? He will be out searching for souls to consume.
Well, you've got to think. Why do you think he was all withered in the first place?
That's, I'm assuming, part of the transformation of a lich.
Kind of makes you think what
Nah.
the Amber Temple was like before he arrived.
Well,
See you later, Jamie. Good luck on
Yeah,
your
yeah,
interview.
Good luck.
I just realised he's suited and booted.
Don't be weird.
Yeah.
or be the right amount of weird, depending on the job.
Probably a
I
normal
actually did
job.
get my job partially through D&D, so
Okay, well, yeah,
it weirdly came up in my interview.
that's fine.
I think it's. You may not agree with me, to be honest. But I think sometimes there's choice to do a little evil for a greater good.
I do
For
have
the
to have
time
a
being.
little bit of insight as well. But
Go on, Casimir.
I do agree with what you say. Sometimes he looks at himself and the sort of withering that he has. You have to do a little bad to do good in the end. But from what I know of Lichdom, the only time their bodies really start to rot and decay like that, to where he could barely even remember his own name, is if they aren't able to get the souls they want. It has a lich's life force is tied to the phylactery. If the phylactery does not have souls in it, cannot feed the lich, and the lich will eventually just stop or will weaken. If you truly wish to save this land and save those souls, then the only true way to do that would be to defeat Strahd so that those souls can escape. Otherwise, they will always be trapped here. And if we are on about wanting to save souls from a lich, are you planning after this to go hunt down every lich that exists?
I'm only one person.
Exactly. But if you are able to break the curse upon this land, it is possible that those souls will then go free and he won't be able to get them regardless. And it seems that he is content in this temple. As long as there is knowledge here to study, he seems to be willing to risk even his own lichdom almost.
But eventually he'll have to find something. Otherwise his pursuit of knowledge will end. He'll eventually, wither fully away?
I would guess so, though I've never heard of it happening, but when we first met him, I would not have guessed he was a lich. There was no magic radiating from him at all. It all mere flickers. Probably any of us probably had more magic in our little finger than he had. But by restoring him, that connection was restored.
That's all very well, Casimir. I'm not sure if I'm convinced.
I will say
I think I know who to get the answers from, though. And Eos is actually
I
going to.
would, yeah. Whilst you're, You going for Augury, I'm guessing?
Actually, no. I'd rather do this on the next day.
Okay. He will say one thing. Whilst I have enjoyed your companionship and your aid to get here, I will not risk my life fighting a lich when I am this close to my goal. If you fight the lich, you fight it without me.
Very well.
That makes things difficult.
It's still doable.
But it makes it that much more difficult, more risky.
No. It only means we don't. The fight will not end quicker. But the fight will end one way or another.
I will.
At what cost? At what cost?
None, so long as the plan goes correctly.
Can you guarantee?
I
that
can make sure that we are absolutely 100% tables are on us. The sides are on. Ugh, it's late. The probability is very slim that he manages to escape Porky's grasp.
No pressure on my part then.
I've seen what you can do while you're raging. It's scary, even for me.
And I'll be right beside you, Porky. Don't worry.
We're screwed.
But for now, it is worth resting. It would be foolish to go off facing him.
Of course. We shall
and,
rest.
and perhaps sleep on the idea before you make your final decisions.
I agree.
And that is where we shall end tonight's session. A little bit early, but that gives Chris time to hop over to the Last Resort Company, which should be running just after this at about 10.
Mm-hmm.
And Cam, did you decide whether you're running a one-shot this week?
No, he's not. No. All right.
I'm not gonna
I'll
have
tell you
time.
what, though.
In this
After that,
case?
though, if you want to still do one, let me know. Otherwise, I might start running again.
Yeah. So hopefully there will be a session this Friday, and potentially
Not this Friday.
next Friday.
Yeah.
Next Friday.
Yeah.
There may be a session this Friday if I can conjure one up, or someone can conjure one up.
I miss my boy.
If not, then we'll be back with Roll for Story next week.
Yay!
And of course, join us Sunday for the Witch Hunters as well.
Hell yeah. Madness and shoes.
Thank you, Mitch, on YouTube.
Alrighty.
Bye-bye for now. Sleep tight, and I can't think of a... Don't let the gas bite, I suppose it's...
Nah.
Bye bye.